Hi, Sagittarius. Let me bring this up. Welcome to your reading. There we go. This is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Ascended. You may have planets in the sign of Sagittarius. You may be intuitively guided, whatever brought you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is for April 2022. Though we all know time is fluid. Don't forget to check out your yearly. Keep it in your back pocket. That's what it's made for. They're pretty detailed, I think. All right, guys, let's go ahead and begin. We're going to start with Mother Mary. And then I'm bringing back, I feel like that's it. Then I'm bringing back an old deck that I haven't used in a while called the Good Tarot. It's a miracle that I even remembered the name, to be honest. So, we have honesty. Honesty. I am in touch with my true feelings regarding this situation. Somebody else just got this card. It was either Libra or Scorpio. So, honesty. I think it was Scorpio. You know, you're being honest with your own true feelings. All right. So let's go ahead and use Good Tarot. Already pre-shuffled. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shuffle or two. Just give it a cut. And let's begin. So we're going to take off the top of the deck and let the story just unravel or revolve it. What am I trying to say? Revolve itself? So weird when I do a reading, like certain words, I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Okay. We start with the Messenger of Fire. This is the Knight of Pentacles. No, it's the Knight of Wands. Bring this down a little bit. So, you know, a knight, a messenger, is bringing something to you, right? I mean, I think that's why they call it a messenger in here. Fire. That means action, passion, desire, all of that. It's your very first card. Wow. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So not only do I have the desire, I now have the way. Interesting. So it feels like the desire came first, and now the way through the Ace of Pentacles, right? Because this is something that's coming into your physical world. We have the Two of Swords. I think I'm going to go 4 across. And now we have the Messenger of Earth. The Knight of Pentacles. Guardian Angel energy. The slowest moving knight, but with purpose. You know, it's interesting because it feels very, very good, but yet the Two of Swords is here, and it doesn't feel major, but it is here, so, you know, there is, let's just say, a chance that we block it or we don't see it, you know, because think of the Two of Swords, I'm kind of like blocking what comes towards me. Usually it's based out of fear thinking. Blindfold on means something maybe I don't want to be completely honest with myself over. But it, you know, at this point, I can't see why. So let's keep going. Let's go above the Knight of Wands. We have the High Priestess. This is your intuition. You know, I feel like this is your trust system. This is your guidance, your GPS, your higher self. It's interesting because I'm seeing that too as in, like, you're never without it. Now, doesn't mean I pay attention to it, right? But here it is. So there's something that feels like it's calling to you, and it feels good. I don't think the Ace of Pentacles would show up otherwise, or the Knight of Pentacles. We have, look at this, the Ten of Pentacles coming above the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. First of all, that's abundance. That's setting roots that take. You know, it can be work that outlasts my own life. This can talk about family, an opportunity to even maybe for some purchase a home. And then look at this. We have the Two of Wands coming over the Two of Swords. I just realized he's on a giraffe. I don't know of any spiritual meaning other than the giraffe is holding the lantern out for this person, almost lighting the way, right? So I can see, right? I can see enough in front of me where I don't have to fear it. I feel like this is your higher self, as is the High Priestess trying to reach someone to say, don't be fearful. Like, your higher self is saying, say yes to whatever this is. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So, you know, the Seven of Pentacles, much like the Knight of Pentacles, both teach the lesson of patience, right? Allowing things to come to full blossom, you know. Normally they're standing at a tree, right? And you don't want to pluck the fruit until it's perfect. Knight of Pentacles shows up in perfect timing. Not before, not after. I feel the Seven of Pentacles is also something that is of your soul's desire. So it's more than just like a human desire. I feel like it's something your soul really wanted to experience in this lifetime. You know, it's almost reminding me of like an eight life path number, who is really here to create what, you know, as much as they can within this lifetime. They are here for the material world, and not in an egotistical way. Okay. We have the Eight of Wands underneath. Wow. So we have very fast moving energy with the Eight of Wands under the Knight of Wands. Both fast moving. First of all, this is teaching us that what I think about is what I bring about. What I think about is what I bring about. I feel like there's some type of opportunity. First, I feel was the desire, and then comes the way. If I don't feel I should have any fear in this, because again, I feel like, you know, even though this is not the card of Hermit within the Two of Wands, that lantern is lighting the way. You know, there's a cliff. Well, the giraffe is lighting, you know, is illuminating that for the fool, so the fool doesn't go over the cliff. We have the King of Air, the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but I feel that would definitely relate back to honesty, because that means, in the upright, it means a lot to this king. Honesty, truth. I walk the walk, I talk the talk. This can talk about your ability within your ability to communicate. That didn't sound right. Okay. Look at this. Now we have the King of Wands. So we have the King of Swords right next to the King of Wands. This King of Wands looks like a guru. I don't know. He just looks like someone I would go to for like trusted spiritual advice. Now, this can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So 2 kings. It could be 2 different offers. And here you are making a decision. Maybe between the 2 kings. Maybe between what the 2 kings have to offer. One king has the Ace of Pentacles above it. The other one has the 2 of Swords. It's interesting because I feel like if I'm deciding between these 2 kings, I feel like one king, can give me true stability in my life, while the other king can give me more passion. I don't know if it lasts, though. That's the thing. We have Justice, card of Libra. Justice is about balance, fairness, everything's being fair. Justice can speak of the law, right? It can speak of a divorce. Maybe somebody's thinking of cutting ties with one to be with another. Maybe one is not supplying much to the foundation of one's life, where there seems to be this other one who feels very stable, but maybe lacks the outward passion. You know what I mean? So maybe this is what I'm thinking about. Okay. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the 6 of Wands. 6 of Fire. This is the energy of victory, being victorious. This is the energy when really people are looking up to you. Feel like what you have to say is important. I feel like this is also just speaking of your energy. And I feel like people being drawn to you. People are being drawn to you for a multitude of things. That didn't sound right. One, I feel like there's someone who's deciding between 2 kings. Can be queens, but they're shown as kings. Let's just say that. I do feel that very strongly. And, but yet I also feel for some this is about 2 different types of offers. They're both kind of offers, but I feel like one talks about what you do in this world, and I feel like one is speaking about love. Love, 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 love. All right, we're bringing in a new deck. Interesting, I'm bringing in my newest deck with, not my oldest, but I've had it for a while. The Good Shroud. These are already pre-shuffled, by the way. So this is called the Lustrous Tarot. And if anybody likes them, I do have a 15% off coupon. Okay. We have the Devil. And then we have the Four of Swords. The Devil is the card of Capricorn. You know, the Justice here, finding balance. This could talk about balance in the light and the dark. The Devil can be temptation. You know, like if I'm choosing between these two kings, one might seem really tempting, but I don't think there's a future. Where the other one may not be like all that, you know, all that jazz. But there is a stability and a strength and a knowing that you'll be taken care of. And I don't mean that like taken care of, like taken care of. I mean like loyal, trustworthy. This devil could certainly speak about a Capricorn having healing, finding balance. I feel like for some of you, it's saying there's certain things that have tempted you that you have, you know, that you've overcome or you are overcoming. All right, let's keep going. We have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles coming over that Ten of Pentacles. Listen, first of all, I feel like this is good news for anyone who works inside the home. The Three of Pentacles is great energy for collaboration. There may be some of you collaborating. Maybe you don't know it yet. Maybe they haven't come in yet. You know, whatever it is. But this is also about you and your unique part of it. You know, like it can't be complete without your piece of the puzzle. You hold that missing piece of the puzzle. But it is yours. It's about your uniqueness and how I feel like there's admiration for you in what you do or what you will be doing. We have Justice again. And then we have the Hermit. So we have Libra and we have Virgo. The Hermit is illuminating to us justice. You know, I feel like, and not to put all this negativity on this King of Wands. And by the way, it doesn't even have to mean fire. They don't have to be a fire sign. But I feel like for someone, this king is someone who maybe was very persuasive, was very alluring, very, you know, I took a chance. Now, I feel like ultimately it didn't work out. It didn't work out. I'm not predicting. I'm saying that this has already happened if it's you. I hate to say predicting, but I don't feel like that's all this king is. Because I also feel like this is about two kings that are coming in that you yourself are making a decision upon. But I do feel like this also. I feel like the Hermit's saying illuminating justice, right? And if I just follow the line down, it's the King, because he has justice right next to him, and they're not in the same sign. You know what I mean? So I know, listen, and really what I feel is this is someone who probably, yeah, they're probably exciting and all that. But I feel like they were all about them. Like you figured that out. Like it was about them. And listen, I don't know if I need to say it in a negative way or say it as in this person probably would have a very hard time with the commitment, because I feel like I always want to find out what's new. What's new out there? What's new? Excuse me, one second. Okay, sorry, I was just gone for a second. So anyway, sometimes I like it when, I'm like taken away for a second because it gives me like fresh eyes. I want to say if some are having fear about cutting ties with someone or something that truly is not serving you any longer, that is not helping you grow on your path, I feel like don't feel guilty. And not just that, but I don't want you to worry, because I feel like it's almost like the universe is saying, we'll find a way, right? We'll find a way to help you, help take care of you, right? And that'll be through epiphanies and signs. And listen, maybe that's why this ace comes in. This ace can certainly be something that's going to change your physical world, and it takes you the whole way to the Ten of Pentacles, whether that be with someone or not. I mean, it can certainly also mean that, maybe I divorced someone, I moved back home. Nonetheless, I still feel like it's saying the abundance for you is here. It's here, and so is the desire. So, let's keep going. When you think about the Hermit, you have to think about cycles. Because what the Hermit's doing, he could certainly be looking back at his whole life. But really what he's just doing is looking back at the last cycle. What can I learn from it? How can I grow from it? Taking in the wisdom. And I often feel I just feel like the Hermit ultimately becomes a teacher, ultimately helps show the way to others. And that may not be a business. It may just be the way you become. I feel like we are all the characters. We have the Lovers card of Gemini. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands. Look at that, the Queen and the King. Alright, so let's jump back to the Lovers. We have the Lovers. We're in the year of the Lovers. This can certainly talk about a head over heart decision. I could see where that could come into play, and that probably is coming into play. But I also feel like so are these kings. I feel like you're feeling, someone's feeling the energy of another. Whether I know them or I don't know them, I just feel like I feel that energy. 2 sixes, by the way. Just realized that in a row. So, let's look at the Six of Swords, which comes next. Six of Swords coming over that Ace of Pentacles. First of all, what was before the Six of Swords? The Five of Swords. That's where all the toxicity was. That's where it's like you can't become the winner. You know what I mean? It's similar to the Five of Wands, where you know, they'll fight to the death, right? Because no one will be the, you know, claim you're right. I'm just thinking, man, I do that a lot. Be like, yeah, you're right, though I don't mean it. Just to like, so anyways, the Six of Swords is saying this is the movement that you had taken. So you must have given like a good look at the things that weren't serving you, whether it be people, places, things. And I feel like this is you like giving it up, moving on. I shouldn't say, well, giving it up, not giving up. Quite the opposite. This is the willingness to move through what I think my mind tells me will be the storm, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels quite the opposite. You know, Six of Swords reminds us that the waters are going to be choppy just for a little bit. It's very temporary. And then you move into the smoothest, glassy water. I feel like that's where your soulmates wait for you in different ways. So, is this Queen of Wands sitting over the Two of Swords? Is she thinking about a potential divorce? I think so. Is she thinking about or, you know, I guess it could be the King, but is the Queen that's sitting there, well, listen, maybe I'm with someone where I'm keeping a blindfold on, but like, you know, my soul is like urging me upward and outward. All right, we have the Seven of Cups. Interesting, and I know I say that a lot, but I find these readings so interesting. That's why I do them. To me, I'm revealing like a best-selling book. I'm reading a book to you, or I'm revealing a movie, but it's yours. So Seven of Cups is making a decision, feeling quite chaotic about making that decision. I feel like that's why you have all this help out here for you. The Hermit saying, I'm going to illuminate, you know, if there's any cliffs in front of you, oh, that's the giraffe. I'm going to illuminate that to you. You'll see it. The Knight of Pentacles, you know, the Seven of Cups is coming over this night. Well, trust in what comes to you is like coming from your guardian angel, whether that be a sign or something physically that gives you an opportunity to do something wild. I want to say wild, but yet some of you may be going into a very stable type relationship and it's just what you want, though. I feel like it's kind of what I want. Maybe I've had, you know, the bad boy, the bad girl. Now I don't want that anymore. And I feel in this line it's very like-minded energy. We have the Five of Swords. I think the Five of Swords is where that doubt would set in, right? Because we have the Six of Swords, so the ability to clear this energy is here. This can certainly talk about last year to this year, right? We have the 5, then we have the 6. 5 was the year of Taurus. I'm sorry, the year of the Hierophant. That was, you know, 5 is change. It was a time when we had to look at what was serving us, what wasn't, where was our belief system, all of that. You know, I feel like the world is changing, and we've got to take our blindfolds off. We've got to take our blindfolds off. And then you have the Three of Cups. Three Cups gives you a chance to celebrate. Like, what? In the midst of all this, Sandy, you're telling me that I'll be celebrating? I am telling you, this is an opportunity to celebrate. Not just that. It doesn't just have to be in love, because there's also a 3 up here. So they could certainly even talk about your craft. The celebration of your craft. Maybe you're finally putting something out there, whatever that may mean. And I feel like with the 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, people are listening. You know, it's like, if you build it, they shall come. Is that the Field of Dreams? Okay. We have the 3 of Swords coming right over this King of Wands, who I felt is a little bit of a bad boy. A little bit of maybe not growing up. You know, not becoming stable. Like, you know, eventually we all have to, you know, it's great to have fun, but then we also have to be responsible. So this king is certainly responsible for the pain from your heart, in your heart, of your heart. But don't forget how we open up in the energy of healing, right? And listen, the High Priestess is here too. We have the Lovers. Interesting. I feel like you may have given this person a name of soulmate, of a soulmate. Maybe they are. You know, soulmates are here to teach us lessons. And teaching us lessons, a lot of times we learn more in the hard lessons than we do in the easy ones. You know, as life moves on, though, and the more wisdom we collect, like the hermit, the easier life becomes. The easier, you know, when we're faced with the challenge, we don't get stuck in the mud. We're able to face it, look at it, right? Look the devil in the eyes. So, but now I'm not really feeling that sure. We have, well, I should just pull out the next card. We have the 8 of Swords, and I feel like, honestly, that's just it. Like, I felt like someone was a soulmate. And listen, again, maybe they are, but maybe I felt like they were for a lifetime, but they weren't. And I really don't feel like they were meant to be. And I know it's hard to hear, but we're meant to be honest, right? We got to be honest. 8 of Swords, I'm kind of not being honest. I'm trying to protect myself, is what I'm trying to do. But the only thing it does is stops me from living life. We have the Empress. And then we have the 2 of Swords. Simply, for some of you, it could be like, do I have a child or not? Should I have a child or not? Will I? You know, that could certainly come up. Someone may think, you know, oh my gosh, like, what if I'm pregnant in this row? All right, well, we're not going to end on a Swords. You know, but the Empress we need to just talk about just for a second, because the Empress is the energy of all the queens, right? She has walked. She's had a life. It doesn't matter your age. It just means you've had quite a life, right? You've had a lot of things that you've overcome. And the Empress is about, you know, eventually. This is what I learned. Like, you know, I don't think we're just naturally born where, you know, we make all the right decisions. No, we make plenty of mistakes, but in those mistakes is where we learn our lessons. What we don't want, what we do want, right? I thought I wanted this, but now I know better, right? Once a playboy, maybe always a playboy or playgirl. Now, I'm not saying that's true, but maybe in this energy it is. The Empress does not allow herself to become hard to life. She does not allow that 8 of Swords to exist, right? She breaks through that. That's a self-created prison, and she'll break through it. And it's because she has learned so much. It's because of her wisdom, and it's because she trusts herself and her intuition. You know how someone could be talking to you and like say something to you and claim it's the truth, though you know it's a lie, but they will stand there blindly and state a false fact, though you know it's a lie. You know what I mean? I feel like those days are over. Like maybe I took it back then, but now it's not like it even bothers me. It's just like, no. Come back to me when you get your facts straight. Not in a mean way. Just like get your facts straight, then come to me. Right? Only bring me honesty. Well, hello, Destiny. So, as much as this love and these opportunities are meant to be in your life, so are the lessons. Don't forget that. Like, be grateful for all of it because, truthfully, without some of the lessons that you've been through, you wouldn't be where you are today. You wouldn't have the wisdom that you have today. Some of you, maybe you're still in it. I feel like it's temporary, right? Because I feel like once we grow, right, ourselves, it's almost like, our aura demands a certain type of energy to come back towards us. Anything that comes of the dark is not allowed in. You're not allowed in. You're not on my wheel. So I feel like, even, there's those difficulties, but now I feel like we're talking about something to be able to celebrate. It's so interesting, but for some reason, I feel like someone is connected to a Virgo because I feel, and I am a Virgo, by the way, but that's not it. I feel a Virgo's energy, almost like a Virgo is trying to speak through some of these. Maybe that's who, even as the King of Swords, it almost feels like the King of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Seven of Wands. I feel like this is, I feel like you're fighting off any advances here. If I was in a conversation with this one king, and again, I'm just saying the king, could be queen, but if I'm in a conversation, I'm saying, like, I really thought you were all that. I really thought you were my one. I really thought, this was going to be a forever type of thing. But unfortunately, it's just not. You know what I mean? But I feel like, like I thought you were like my soulmate. And to you, I feel like you meant forever. But not all soulmates are meant to be here forever. Meant to be in your life forever. Put it that way. Right? Because maybe now, through this king, you know what you do not want. And that is why we're going to the opposite extremes, right? Because now I know what I do not want. Now I know what I want through my next soulmate. Put it out into the universe. Sing it, right? To the universe. Some of you, I don't think you even have to, because I feel like it's already in the works. So, I think I'm going to leave it there because, this is talking a little bit of money, a little bit of love, a little bit of business ownership, a little bit of home ownership, a little bit of moving home, all of that, a little bit of potential divorce, but then the growth after that. And I'm saying divorce, it can just be cutting of ties. Cutting these ties, had enough. And maybe when I cut those ties, boom, here's the Lovers, right? Here is the Lovers in the year of the Lovers. And by the way, the Lovers, Carter Gemini, coming, here is the King of Swords who's carrying all of this stable type energy. Not just that, but the appreciation I feel like someone will have for you or does have for you is tremendous. So, I feel like I just read the last chapter of your life, and now it's about starting new, right? I feel like again, I feel like Virgo energy, like I want to say, and let's get productive. I know why, because we're with a Virgo full moon. So maybe in that energy, it's saying being productive. But also the stability and all of that. So maybe under the Virgo full moon is when some of you are connecting to this row. Okay, guys, let's read honesty. 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 Who sings that? Phil Collins? I think I say this all the time. And I think you guys answer me every time. And then I ask it again. All right, honesty. No, Stevie Wonder's? Okay. You received this card in answer to your questions because Mother Mary sees a need for self-honesty if you are to proceed. What do you have to admit to yourself about your current situation? When you think about it, what feelings arise? Why? It's important to take stock of your emotions and thoughts about anything that confuses or annoys you. Otherwise, you're reacting instead of taking charge. Although the ego is threatened by looking deeper, it's an essential component of healing this situation. This card guides you to take some time to evaluate and understand your feelings. Remember, you are entitled to them. They are neither right nor wrong. Very often, your feelings are the voices of angels delivering God's guidance to you. Amen. Beautiful. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I want to thank you, as always, for supporting my channel in all your ways, through your donations, through your likes, your shares. You know, more and more of you are sharing, and I thank you. You know, because I feel like it's just, you know, and some of you, I feel like it's just in, like, it's just like, what do I want to say? So it's almost like your guides are using you to share it to reach people that you don't even know need it. You know what I mean? That type of thing. So anyways, thank you for that. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to anyone who's new. I'm so happy to have you. Yeah, I feel like this feels like a very, very good month that turns into a very, very good, I kind of want to say life. But I guess ultimately that will be up to you. Remember, you are the magician. You're the co-creator. You create with the universe. The universe doesn't create for you. You create with the universe. Your intention is 9/10 of the law. I love you guys. I'll see you next time at my table. Bye-bye.